Today we're doing something a little bit different. We're going to the gym to find some heel hooks. I have a hypothesis that I want to share with you that I think will be helpful for you and maybe surprise you. But first, I have a pair of old climbing shoes that need to be resoled, so I'm bringing them to a local gear shop. I've used these shoes for a little over 6 months and the toes are completely worn down and almost breaking through. They are the same pair of shoes that I'm using right now, but they're my backup pair, and unfortunately my current pair are really wearing out. It was really easy and took less than 5 minutes to drop off my shoes. They asked for my information and what kind of sole I wanted. I was told that it's going to take 8 weeks to get my shoes back, but hopefully it goes faster. Probably won't. There aren't very many services there right now that are reselling shoes, so we'll see. But I'm excited. We're going to go to the climbing gym. We're going to do some heel hooks. We're going to do some toe hooks. I like to warm up for 10 to 15 minutes. My warm up is a work in progress, and I'm adding things like stretching a mobility movement and taking things out to make it more simple. However, every warm up typically includes climbing between V0s and V2s, starting with climbs that have large handholds to warm up my hands and fingers. Then I climb different routes that help warm up my shoulders and hips. So when I first started focusing on techniques, I fell in love with heel hooks. I love sticking my heel on almost every route that I could find. However, in the last few months, I've started to notice that I use heel hooks much less. It could be because I'm climbing more routes that focus on crimps, and so there aren't spots for heel hooks, or it could be that the route setters at my gym don't seem to set heel hooks as often as they used to. However, I think it's because I became stronger in my hips and glutes. It was really hard, but the more I did it, the easier it became. I realized that when I used a heel, I had to either trust my heel to continue staying in that position, or I had to reposition my foot into a toe placement before continuing the route. Whereas when I pulled my body over with my toe, I was not only able to maintain position easier for the next movement, it often resulted in me being able to pull my body just a little bit further to the side than when I used a heel hook. That being said, heel hooks are not completely gone from my arsenal of techniques. In fact, sometimes keeping my hips close to the wall requires a nice heel hook, or at least it's easier than using my toes. This is especially true for overhang climbs or routes where toes would just slip out. But instead of using it on practically every climb, I typically try to use my toe first and then switch to a heel if I don't have the strength to maintain the position with my toe. Do you tend to notice the same thing with your climbing progression? I'd love to hear about your experience with heel hooks and whether or not it's a staple in your climbing. Additionally, since this is a different type of video format than I typically release on this channel, I'd love some feedback on that as well. Did you like it? Did you hate it? What did you hate? Please share in the comments below. I look forward to hearing from you and enjoy climbing.